So, Skirk is finally here. After years of teasing, lore buildup, and her mysterious connection to Child, we're actually getting her in version 5.7. It should be a huge celebration, right? But if you're free to play or just trying to pull without spending, something feels a bit off this time. I don't know about you, but when I looked at the actual sources for how many free Primogems we're getting this patch, I was kind of disappointed. Save up to 25% on the current banners at lootbar.gg. Here, I'm buying the 6,480 Genesis Crystals pack for $79, while it costs $100 in-game, saving me $21 instantly. The top-up process is super simple. I just entered my UID and selected my server. In less than 5 minutes, the gems appeared in my account. As you can see, I received double the amount for my first purchase, just like with in-game top-ups. Beyond Genshin, you can also top up in Honkai Star Rail, and Lootbar has over 50,000 satisfied users. I regularly use Lootbar for my giveaways, so I can personally recommend it. New users can get an extra 10% discount from the link in the description. Let's break it down and see where we stand. First off, dailies. The one thing we can always count on. If you're logging in every day between June 18th and July 30th, which is the full duration of version 5.7, you're looking at 2,520 Primogems just from commissions. That's solid, no complaints there. Now let's talk Spiral Abyss. This is usually where we make up some extra wishes, and version 5.7 includes one reset. If you can clear all floors, especially floor 12, you'll get about 800 Primogems, but that's assuming you can actually do it. Not everyone has the team setups or time to grind it, so it's a bit situational. Next up is the Imaginarium Theater, which is still relatively new but has already become a major reward source. Version 5.7's round gives us another 800 Primogems. Decent, though not game-changing on its own. And speaking of content, there is a no new area this patch, so it gives 0 Primogems. Yeah, that surprised me too. No extra pulls from exploration, and even the offering system isn't giving us anything this time. The main events of 5.7 do some heavy lifting. Across all planned events, we're getting about 1,990 Primogems, and the rest are split across other minor activities. It's okay, but for a patch with such a major character debut, you'd expect more. Quests in this patch contribute around 340 Primogems. That includes story content and any limited-time quests tied to the events. And don't forget the character trials. Trying out the new 5 stars and 4 stars adds another 80 Primogems if you do all of them. It's a small chunk, but it adds up. Achievements give us a tiny bonus of about 20 Primogems. Not much, but hey, it's something. And of course, we can't forget about the usual 800 Primogems from the Stardust Exchange Shop reset, plus another 600 from the version maintenance compensation. As for promo codes, we've got the usual 3 codes from the version 5.7 livestream. That's 300 Primogems right there, but they expire in just 16 hours, so make sure to grab them fast. I always post them immediately when they drop, so if you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss them next time. On top of that, there's also a smaller 60 Primogems from version login bonuses or other one-time codes, bringing the total from promo codes this patch to about 360. One thing that really stands out in version 5.7 is Stygian Onslaught. And no, it's not just another one-time event. This is actually a new permanent endgame mode, and it's very different from what we're used to. You'll find it set in Liyue's Saltaire, and instead of just being a fun minigame, it's a full-on challenge mode designed for high-level players who want something tougher than domains or even most events. The mode features multiple difficulties like normal, advancing, hard, menacing, fearless, and dire. Each run has you fighting through 3 different battlefields, where you'll face increasingly tough enemies under specific modifiers. Now, let's talk rewards, because yes, this mode does give Primogems. By completing the first 3 tiers, normal, advancing, and hard, you'll earn 450 Primogems total. And once you finish those, you can keep playing higher difficulties to earn resin-based loot like artifacts, plus new materials like Dust of Enlightenment, which lets you re-roll artifact substats. Yeah, finally. And on top of that, we're also getting weapon skins as unlockables through this mode. So, after putting everything together, every source we currently know, quests, events, Spiral Abyss, Imaginarium Theater, dailies, Stygian Onslaught, and so on, we land at a total of 8,760 Primogems. That's only 54 pulls. Now, if you're picking up the Welkin Moon, that daily 90 Primogems really starts to stack up. Over the full duration of version 5.7, from June 18th to July 30th, that's 42 days total. Multiply it out, and you're getting 3,780 Primogems just from Welkin. That's about 24 more pulls, which brings your full total this patch to 78 pulls when combined with the free-to-play rewards. It's not a guarantee for a 5-star if you're starting at 0 pity, but it does give you a decent shot if you've been saving. Now, if you're someone who also grabs the Battle Pass, the Primogems from that give an additional 1,320. Combine that with Welkin and your base rewards, and you're looking at a total of 13,840 Primogems, or exactly 86 pulls. That's getting into soft pity territory, especially if you've got some star glitter or leftover fates banked. It still won't save you from a lost 50-50, but it puts you way closer than just relying on free rewards alone. And yeah, I'll be real, for a patch that finally brings us Skirk, a character people have been waiting years for, the amount of free Primogems in version 5.7 feels shockingly low. Only 54 pulls if you're fully free to play. No new area rewards, no offering system, and nothing extra tied to her release. Compared to past major patches that gave 70 or even 80 pulls, this just doesn't hold up. It almost feels like Hoyoverse expected the hype alone to carry this version without giving us anything to back it up. But maybe that's because they're holding the big stuff for version 5.8, which, even before beta, is looking stacked. There's a new 5-star Electro character in Neva, with a unique electro-charged mechanic, an entire new area called Mare Javari, and a main event that could finally reveal Bennett's true origin. Plus, yes, he's getting a new skin. There's a lot to unpack, and I'll be covering all of it in my next video, so make sure to stay tuned. So what do you think? Is this enough to get you excited for Skirk? Or are you feeling like Hoyoverse really missed an opportunity here? Drop your thoughts in the comments, especially if you're skipping this banner or saving up for someone else. Save up to 25% on the current banners at lootbar.gg. All you need is your UID and server. The link is in the description.